So believe it or not, you've already won when it comes to Shiba Inu. The fact that you're here now, the fact that you have positions set before the biggest boom we'll see in crypto history, it means that you've won, especially compared to the people that are still going to be coming in. Now, that being said, I know a lot of people are impatient and they want it now and they want SHIB price to just explode and make their millions. And guys, I get it. I would love for that to happen now. But right now, there are actually those that are projecting a deja vu rally right on the horizon for Shiba Inu. And we're actually seeing something very similar to what we saw from one of the most dominant assets in the crypto space last cycle. So I appreciate you guys as always. If you're new or haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we know that last market cycle, Shiba Inu had this incredible boom, this massive surge to the upside. It was one of the fastest appreciating assets and largest appreciating assets of all time. And there are those that are basically prepping for Shiba Inu to do some very similar moves, ones that take the market by storm, melt faces. And in fact, there are some projections from crypto elites that actually make a lot of sense. In fact, these price targets are 4085, 3018, and 3047. Now, from a time perspective, this 4085 is something that frankly Shiba Inu could hit by the end of the year. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but we talked about the next surge for Shiba Inu being one that does send us to a new cycle high and one that sends us to a new all-time high. And I'll get to the charts here in just a moment to show you guys some striking similarities here. Now, this 3018 level is actually falling within the range of what we expect around March. I said that it wouldn't surprise me if SHIB price is somewhere in that 3013 through 3019 range by then, before we start to cool down into the summer. And then the end of the market cycle, wouldn't be surprised by somewhere in that 305 through 201. All right. So this actually aligns perfectly with the projections that we've been talking about. Shiba Inu obviously waiting for its next extension in the charts. And what I did here was I actually removed all of our drawings, right? All of our lines, because this is obviously the trajectory that we want to see SHIB on as we get into next year. And right now, we're actually following this perfectly. Although some people have bearish sentiment and don't think that SHIB is making headway, guys, just look at this, right? This is actually a nice, strong trend for Shiba Inu. And in fact, on the monthly, you guys can see that this big reversal is in fact underway. And right now, March was just kind of that big extension, probably a little higher than it normally would have been, but we're actually playing into this cup and handle perfectly, right? Here's the cup, here's the handle, and here's the extension. So we know what the trajectory of this is. Now, what's interesting about this is, people will look at this chart and be bearish for whatever reason. I have no idea. Guys, I've been charting for a long time. I've been trading for over 20 years, and this is a very bullish setup. And in fact, it's eerily similar to what this chart looked like, right? This chart that some people were bearish on. Oh, look, here's the all-time high in terms of this asset. Didn't set a high here yet. Why hasn't it even broken this mid 2019 level price? And what's interesting about this is, this is about the point where people will be bearish and say nothing's going to happen and it's not going to make an extension. And then look what happened following this. Guys, this is the BTC chart from last market cycle. Shiba Inu is following basically exactly what BTC did to a T. Now, is SHIB BTC? No. Is BTC SHIB? No. And that means that we're not going to $20,000 per SHIB. That'd be great, but it's not going to happen. But that being said, what I want to point out is that this big boom is what happens when adoption takes place. Basically, BTC did not set a new all-time high. This is perfect context for you guys. Did not set a new all-time high until basically December of 2020. And then we know it went on to surge and do incredible things. And this at the same time is when alts like Shiba Inu and many others began to take off. So the point I want to make is, why are people complaining and wanting assets to do things when they normally don't do it? All right. We've just entered alt season. We haven't seen BTC dominance crater in a big way yet. Again, I want to bring up the fact that we haven't fallen completely off yet. BTC dominance has kind of fallen. BTC dominance has kind of fallen into the chop area. And this is where it kind of consolidates for the time being before really dropping off in a big way, right? And the reason that we talk about this a bunch is because this is what happened last market cycle and the cycle prior. It gets into this range where it just choppies and then finally falls off. Okay. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. And most people, they're going to continue looking at things either on the hourly or the daily chart and say, oh my gosh, this isn't bullish. We're not doing anything. And they're not realizing that this is a much more bigger, drawn out, extended move. Okay. Last time when BTC made that push to a new all-time high, it took like almost 1,050 days. We're 1,100 days into this formation for Shiba Inu right now. Know that it takes longer for alts to set new all-time highs than it does for BTC to do so from cycle to cycle to cycle. And you've gone through this 1,100-day stretch of just not fun. Well, we'll call it not funness, right? And we are now entering the fun times. The back half of the market cycle, or the back half of the bull market, is when Shiba Inu performs its best by a long shot. And Shiba Inu has done exceptionally well so far. Guys, right now, from the bottom of the bear to where we're at right now, we are currently up 375%. That is nothing to complain about. That is a very good move in the early part of the bull market. And we have even bigger moves coming down the line here. So the biggest thing I can preach is patience. I wouldn't be surprised by Shiba Inu making this strong move sometime soon. Again, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice, but patience is the best thing that you can have in this market, because impatience is what costs people millions and millions of dollars. So again, if you guys do want to check out, obviously BTCC, I did get some long positions opened this morning. I would love to open them a little longer or a little earlier. My SHIB one's down like 2% right now. My ADA one's up like 5%. But I'm just trying to make sure I have some of these set before what is probably an exciting week ahead in crypto. We have BTC on the verge of setting another new all-time high. That'll be a strong point of confidence for the market. And this may, in fact, be where we start to see some new legs being taken. Just in terms of ADA, or I'm sorry, in terms of SHIB right now, guys, we're on the verge of breaking once again above 4028. So we're in a very good spot. Again, SHIB's going to want to get above this 20-day moving average. We're going to do a local test here of, I think, 4033, maybe over the course of the week. So just get prepared for this. So you guys can see my son goofing around in the background. But appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you haven't checked out that BTCC link, that is in the description or down in the description below. But have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.